Greetings, Bearcats. This is your academic advisor, Justin Gibson, and I am putting together a video to show you all just how the new semester converted registration process will work. And the reason why I'm putting a video out is because today is April 2nd, and students with 90 plus credit hours can register on April 13th. So unless all of you plan on coming to see me in the next 11 days, someone may need this tutorial. So where we're actually going to start with the tutorial is from the One Stop Center website, which is really the starting point for all registration. And so from there, you want to just click on My Classes. And just like before, from My Classes, click on View Class Offerings. Now, you'll see two different options, which you probably already know at this point. The first link is for if you're registering for the spring quarter or the summer quarter. Even though the online spring quarter registration for the web is over, you're still able to view the classes, and for the summer you can still register throughout the summer. But what you want to do is actually look at the second link when you're searching for semester classes offered in the fall semester. And before we get going, I also wanted to show you another link for a new class offerings layout. It's just a PowerPoint presentation by PDF that the registrar's office put out, which has much of the same information that I'm talking about right now. But if you actually wanted a paper copy for your own reference, you can click on this link as well, which is right here. So let's go ahead and click on the link and go over what you now see. So this is the screen in which you have to drill down and find the classes that you need for the term. Now, it may look like a bunch of information and it could be quite intimidating, but most of the information is actually still driven by what you had from the old system, the old drop-down system, which looks just like this, except for what they did was they just consolidated it all into one page. So first, let's go ahead and look at the terms. So the term overall, you're going to look and it's going to say, in this case, just fall semester. Now once we get into the fall semester, it'll show fall semester and it'll show spring semester. So you'll have those different options. So for in this case, we're just looking at the fall. And also under session, each semester will have different sessions. They can have different terms like flex term, which is classes that are offered, could be in the middle, somewhere in the middle of the semester towards the end, but they call it flex because it's outside the normal registration time. Also going into next summer, some of the other sessions you can see for fall semester, it could say fall semester first half, fall semester second half, and third, and so on and so forth. So in this case, please be sure that you're understanding what session that you're registering for. And in most cases for the IT program, it's just going to be the regular fall semester session or the semester session. So here's where it's going to start to get a little tricky. If you don't know this by now, the course ID and the way it's going to look going into semesters is going to drop the 2-digit college code, and the course level then is going to have 4 digits. So in cases where programming 1 is 18 IT 205 under quarters, it's going to just drop the 18. It's going to be IT and then a 4-digit number. And so I will show you how that would look. So the reason why this is important to pay attention is because you can always tell exactly where the class is based on the college code. So if you know you're taking a class under CECH, you're searching for 18, under Arts and Sciences 15, and so on and so forth. But now any campus could offer any particular class. So English 1001 could be either in Arts and Sciences, it could be offered at Blue Ash, it could be offered at Claremont campus. So it's going to be very important to understand the campus location. So if you click on the drop-down menu, it says all. Now you can either choose, if you know you want to only take your classes on main campus, you can just choose Uptown Campus West. If you're looking for classes, let's say if you live out east, you can also choose classes that may be out in UC Claremont or any of these other campuses. But for now, I'm going to just leave it blank by default. Also, you can see this radio button here that says distance learning only. So by clicking on that, that takes away the campus button, obviously, because if the class is offered online, it doesn't have a campus affiliation. So any distance learning only. So if you're looking for an only online class, you can click this button, and all of the campus options will disappear. So we're not looking for any distance learning only. So I'm going to unclick this, and then obviously the campus location button will come back. So if you're then going to the next session, which is offering college, all the colleges within the university system will pop up, and as well as other programs such as the University Honors Program. All the other colleges are included, such as Division of Professional Practice, which normally had the college code of 36, which is the co-op information, and also has some of the professional schools, such as the College of Pharmacy and the College of Medicine. And so just be very aware if you're choosing offering college that you understand which one you're choosing, because you can't choose multiple. You can also choose discipline. Now, you necessarily don't have to choose any one of these. You can choose all of them to kind of drill down to find very specific classes, and I'll give you an example of that. Also, you can choose attributes. So whether a class is an honors course, a study abroad, interdisciplinary, service learning. Most of the IT classes, obviously, you can just leave as all by default. Also, credit level, undergraduate or graduate. All the IT classes are undergraduate, so you'll be able to just leave that as all just by default, or you can choose undergraduate. It really doesn't matter. So next, for meeting day, you can choose which days you actually want to meet. So from Monday all the way through Sunday. The to be arranged. Typically, you won't see too much of that unless it's a flex course. I know some of the online IT classes now say to be arranged, but you'll also be able to connect with those by clicking on the distance learning only. Also, meeting times. If you are a traditional student, let's say living on campus, you want all daytime classes, you can just have those. If you are a part-time evening student, or you just like night classes, you can click on evenings, and evenings are defined as being later at 6 o'clock p.m. or later, or you can just click on by earliest starting time. So let's say if you get to the point where you have to start doing some of your gen eds or your BOKs, you can choose those as well. Please keep in mind, though, that some of the BOK codes have changed as well, such as under quarters there was humanities, a separate humanities and a separate literature, but under the semester system, humanities and literature are combined. Also, class format. You can have a CD-ROM class, a classroom or in-person meeting, an individual study or non-classroom study, or World Wide Web. Or you can search for a class by keyword. So let's look if we wanted to see all of the IT classes that were being offered. Now I've had a chance to play around with this system a couple times, so I was able to find what could be the easiest way to do it, and that was to select the offering college, so choose CECH, and the discipline, IT, and then hit Get Classes. So these are going to be all the classes that the College of Education, Criminal Justice, and Human Services are going to be offering in the discipline of IT. So I know it looks similar to the quarter program system, but there are some distinct differences, and I'll go over that as well. So again, as I mentioned, the course numbers themselves have changed. So let's say if I was to look under computer programming, this under the quarter system would be 18 IT 205 or 18 IT 206, but instead it's dropped the 18 designation, the college designation, and it still has the same discipline, but now it has a 4-digit level. So please keep that in mind when you're registering for classes, to pay attention to the 4-digit level. If you need help with what the class is, you can always check your IEP or your semester degree audit. One also change that you'll see on the class number is the letter designation after some of the classes. And if they don't have a letter designation, it doesn't mean there's something wrong. It just doesn't have any extra information attached to it. But anytime that you see an L, and a lot of times for the IT program you won't see L's, but if you see an L behind the class, that means lab. But what you will see, obviously, for IT a lot of, if it says C, it means lecture and lab for this particular class. So for computer programming, it's a lecture and lab class. So if you go over, so much like the same, it says the credits in parentheses like it does before, the 3-credit-hour class, and it has the course title. Like it did before, if you click on the course title, you'd still be able to see the course description of the class. One thing by clicking on this, it also gives you more information, such as the BOK code of it. In this case, is TI for technology and innovation, and for the baccalaureate competencies, it gives you effective communication, as well as the description. So if you click on the course number, it does the same thing as it done before, but it doesn't open up another window. It's more interactive. You're able to see the open seats in the class for each of the sections, as well as these are the sections on the left, and then the open seats. So if you were to go to each particular line, you can actually click on each section by itself, and it has the information like the college name, the current enrollment, and the seats available. Because registration hasn't opened up yet, it says 24, so all the seats are still available. Next is the call number for the class that hasn't changed, and it also has the campus. If you remember, I chose only CECH for the college offering, and CECH only has classes on West Campus. For the instructional unit type, this particular class is a lab, LB. LE is lecture. And if you need help with these codes, you can always click on this link up top, and it shows you what all the codes are. So IS, individual studies, and so on. The days of the week, those are going to be the exact same, except for one very subtle change. Under the quarter system, Thursday is R, or is H. Under the semester system, Thursday is R. So ECTR, that is Tuesday, Thursday, or just R, that's Thursday. Going next is the time of the class, and then the format. And the format was discussed before. This one is a classroom or in-person meeting. WB is for an online class for the web. So as we scroll down, one thing under semesters that you want to be very aware of is that the prerequisites for the classes are built in. So anytime you see this yield sign with the exclamation point, you want to click on that because it lists what the prerequisites for this class are. So to take implications of IT, you'd have to at least had the class of IT 1050 or 20 IT 170 and so on and so forth, which is the introduction to IT class. These prerequisites, unlike under quarters, are enforced. You will not be able to register for these classes if you do not meet the prerequisites for each of these. For this one, in its case, IT 1080C or IT 275 under quarters, which is the networking course, or quarters intro to networking. So this is basically how the registration program will work under semesters. By all means, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to sit down and go over this with you. One thing, again, to make it easy for you, because there are other IT classes offered at other campuses, you can still choose, like say Blue Ash College, along with CECH, and you see how it says Blue Ash, CECH. and it will show the same classes at Blue Ash, and on the main campus. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or give me a call. Thanks.